Today on the channel from the Spider-Man Retro Wave, we've got Webman. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Spider-Man Marvel Legends Marvel Retro unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got Webman. But remember, for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. A link in the description below. So let's take a look at Webman, and we're going to do this review like we do all the reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we'll do some comparisons, and we'll see where it goes from there. So once again, another Marvel Legends retro inspired wave figure, but we're talking deepest of the deep cuts. I have no memory of this character until we got a little stuff out there online, people showing pictures of it and saying it was an actual real character. At first, I thought this was some kind of cash grab or some kind of a joke or some kind of bizarro concept or something like that, but apparently Webman was in a couple of issues back in the day. It sounded like he was controlled by Doctor Doom, and you don't really correlate Doctor Doom and Spider-Man feuding, but they've crossed paths a few times over the years, and that's where Webman came from. So I always appreciate a deep cut. I don't know if anybody out there was ever clamoring for a Webman. If you were, hey, take shine in the comments. Let everybody know that you were hoping for a Webman all along. But it was an interesting one. It's an interesting one to put on the Spider-Man retro carding. As we think of more Spider-Man the Animated Series with this carding, it's a throwback to the Toy Biz days. I would have kind of thought this would maybe be in a traditional Marvel Legends wave. As we get the Frogmans, we get some of those more deep cut characters. I would say this is probably the deepest cut we get. So deep it would cut your arm off, I think. So an interesting take here, but I do appreciate the Marvel Legends team stepping out there, doing some of these off-the-wall characters that you know maybe might not sell as well as some of the Wolverines out there, I guess, for example. But I gotta think this will sell okay. I don't think the production numbers are as big as some other ones out there. And I do think a lot of people love Spider-Man. They love this retro carding. And I think there's enough meat on the bone here for the average Joe to maybe pick this one up if they see it. And that's at least how I sit. You guys can tell me if you view that differently in the comments below. But let's take a look at the packaging here. We know this packaging very well at this point. It really was the figure packaging and really the line of the year in 2020 for me. This line stole my heart and never let go, and I think it did for a lot of you guys as well. I've heard from a lot of collectors that jumped into the Marvel Legends game with this carding, with this packaging. So it obviously worked. The nostalgia is a real thing, and this thing really does take you back to the 90s and the Spider-Man animated series. At least it does for me. But typical packaging, Marvel, Spider-Man, little glamour shot just like in the old days. Big bubble window, extra hands, that's really all the accessories you get or really need with this guy. He does have inverted colors, it says it on the package, so it's got to be true. Inverted colors on Spider-Man here, or I should say Webman here. So there's that on the back. Warnings and everything down below. We got a little bit of a blurb, just a little one. We got the old school graphics as well, Spider-Man graphics up top, and there it is, Webman at the top there as well. Let's read the back of the package. A product of Doctor Doom's twin machine. Okay, so there you go, Doctor Doom. I was right. I do remember. Webman is the opposite of Spider-Man in every way. Oh, geez, I thought there was going to be this long diatribe and explain some stuff, and now it's just different languages across there. So just one sentence, that's all you're going to get out there. And I think there's that famous picture of, like, Spider-Man's pointing at each other, so it's almost kind of like that kind of thing. But he's a product of Doctor Doom's twin machine. So there you go, getting a little twin action out there. Twin magic, as the Bella Twins would say. So there it is. There's the packaging. We've talked about it. Let's get them out of the package. Let's see what's going on here. These are very stiff cards. I love that. For you inbox collectors, this is great because you get this in the mail from an Amazon or anybody. It's not going to be beat up. They really got to work at it to really destroy this packaging. Oh, rookie. Rookie. See you later. See you later. See you later. Oh, right over the top. Little plastic prison time. How about it? There it is, Webman. I really do like the coloring on this. Obviously, it's not my Spider-Man colors, but this really 70s baby blue is really eye-appealing, really catching it. It goes well with my eye color, so there you go. We got extra hands, as I said. Pop these out, maybe. Oh, we got that tape. Got that tape. In about 20 years, somebody will be the new Kyle unboxing. They'll say, oh, the Marvel Legends sticky disease on these hands, the tape and everything. There it is. See you later. Get out of here. All right, Webman, he's here. He's here to party. I love it, though. I mean, I have no affiliation to this character. I never read the comic. I really don't know anything about this outside of that little blurb and a few things here. But this is just one of those things that's wacky and crazy enough to put in your Spider-Man Rogue Gallery, hide him on a shelf somewhere, a little conversation starter. The blue really pops on this. That's the thing that really gets me. It's way better in person. It looks good in package online when you see pictures and stuff like that. But in hand, the coloring on this is phenomenal. Phenomenal coloring. I have no paint application problems here. We got tight joints. Everything you'd want out of the package I got here. Once again, a deep character, but oh man, oh, these butterfly shoulders and stuff on this one. Very cool for Spider-Man, of course. He needs all that range of motion, swinging through the town and all that kind of stuff. You need it. So I do like the articulation on this. You really can't beat the articulation on this one. It's one of the most articulated Marvel Legends figures, and we've seen this body mold in the past as well. But just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm taking a look at everything here. It's kind of... yeah, everything looks good. I thought my hand was a little stuck, but it's not. These blue pins in here kind of does look a little strange. It'd be a lot of work to paint them differently, but the blue popping through the red is a little bit of an eyesore. But it depends. You can always display your figures with the arm turn and stuff. Would have been nice to get the pinless joints with this one, but I'm sure it'll come one of these days. Give you a reason to buy another Spider-Man out there. But you got double jointed elbows, you got double jointed knees, all the Marvel Legends articulation we've grown accustomed to. But man, you can get some sweet poses out of this guy with all the articulation he's got going on here. They got him here with 2 fists. He is a superhero. He's got to be hand ready at the fist, so that's why they put him here. Where Spider-Man usually gets maybe 1 fist if he's lucky. Webman, he needs a couple of fists. He needs to be throwing down. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? I say it all the time. Ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands, and he fits like a glove. So if you're looking for a stand for any of your Marvel Legends, 99% of the time they fit on these ringside stands. Hand-wise, we get the usual Spider-Man hands here. You got kind of the web crawling or wall crawling hands. Beautiful, love those. All these are in that nice, cool 70s blue. And then you got the Jimmy Snuka hands. He's telling everybody he loves them, or their web spinning hands, whatever you want to call them. But we got extra hands. How many hands do you need? I don't know how many hands you're going to give me. That's the answer there. But phenomenal looking figure. But let's do some comparisons, huh? We did unbox just recently on the channel. Go back if you missed it. Spider-Man 2099 in the same retro packaging. So very cool to get Spider-Man 2099. And then, of course, retro Spider-Man. Probably the most popular Spider-Man figure of all time. I saw so many of these back in the day out on the shelves, and I could have had tons of them. And now if I would have bought them all, I'd be a Spider-Man millionaire at this point, because they are very sought after, very cool figures. As Spider-Man 2099 falls. This is not the same body. At first I thought it was going to be the same, but we got a little bit of differences here between the two. Legs are the same. It just looks like the ab crunch diaphragm is a little different. So you just got a traditional ab crunch on this one, where Spider-Man here has the ab crunch and a little bit more mobility at the diaphragm there. But both tremendous figures. Obviously, if you're only picking one, this is the one you need all day long. You need a traditional Spider-Man. Everybody needs a traditional Spider-Man in their collection. Even if you're not a Spider-Man fan, you just need one Spider-Man. It's just, I think it's a thing. Kind of like you need at least one Batman. It's just, I don't write the rules. It's just the way it is. But I do like this one. I like this one way more than I thought I would. In hindsight, after some times passed, this is about what I expected. Spider-Man 2099. Pretty much what I expected. But Webman bowls me over. This is an amazing figure, and it's one I'm not attached to. I don't know if anybody's attached to, like I said earlier, but it's definitely worth the pickup. I just think it's going to really pop on a shelf with the blue, the really baby blue, 70s baby blue, I keep calling it. With that and that red, even a 70s color red, this is going to pop on your shelf. This is going to catch your eye out there, and I love stuff like that. And it's a nice conversation piece, even if you can't really tell a lot about the character. Oh yeah, let me tell you all about Webman. Well, Dr. Doom, he had a twin machine, and that's about as far as it goes. But very cool, very cool, very cool, and pretty cool actually as well. So Marvel Legends seems to be firing on all cylinders right now. Strongly recommend picking this one up. I obviously recommend Big Bad Toy Store. That's where I picked mine up from, so check that out in the link in the description below, all that kind of fun stuff. So there it is. You guys tell me your thoughts. So did you pick up Webman? You passed on Webman? Playing the long game on Webman? What do you know about Webman? Tell me in the comments below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're marching towards 10,000 subscribers, and we need your help. Yes, you watching this video at home. Make sure you follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for Spider-Man everywhere, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.